We're now going to demonstrate making a tapered forefoot. And for almost all patients, I'm going to go lateral to medial because for almost all people, your pinky toe is shorter than your great toe. There are exceptions to that, of course, but we're going to focus on that for today. So we're saying that this is the lateral aspect of the foot, and we've already completed this segment of the cast, meaning the hind foot is locked and stabilized exactly where we want it. And now we're going to form the second segment of the foot. I'm going to start with an anchor, which we know means to go all the way around. We want to make sure we start that over where this cast is already set so that we're not pinching into a new area. And as we start to work on the forefoot, I'm okay with tension where the cast is already set and into the more bony part of the midfoot, but as we're approximating where the midfoot goes from the surrounder shape into the flat shape of the MTPs, I want to be able to shape that, and I don't want it to be constricting at the MTPs. So I'm going to keep the tension in my tape a little variable. It's going to have more tension proximally and less tension. Just so as I come around, you can see I'm leaving it a little bit loosey-goosey here as it comes around here, whereas it's snug at the top. Now as I come to form the forefoot, the key to this technique is letting the tension off the tape. If I keep that tension in, it's going to spring back and the person's not going to have a long walking surface, which is important for most patients, is to have the walking surface support the third rocker of gait and a long extension of the toes. So I'm going to let the tension off as I come, stretch it up to the end of the foot, and then bring it back. And it's awkward. Right here it's awkward and it's all kind of wrinkled, and that's okay. We're going to form that. So we're going to hold this all now together with a anchor again keeping, if there's tension, keeping it at the proximal aspect, not the distal aspect. And then I'm going to repeat that, coming up underneath, kind of layering back as I do that. And I would repeat more if needed. So then now I've got a nice, it's holding on to the part that's already stabilized, the first segment of the cast. And now I've got this kind of clay to work with here to mold to my will. And I'm going to use the end of that roll and put it in here just lateral to the 5th digit to save space there, because that's a place where you can get too much pressure within the cast. And that gives me time to mold, spread those MTPs, keep pulling it long so that I get a long third rocker of gait, spread the MTPs, extend the MTPs for the third rocker, and bring the forefoot to its best neutral position as this sets. I'm going to bring it towards neutral or its best corrected position, and making sure that there isn't excessive pressure here on the first ray to cause a hallux valgus more than it may already be. So I'm going to hold that until it's set.